Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is R.S. Raghu with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya in New Delhi, says the museum is a living reflection of shared heritage of each government. Nation remembers Chief Architect of Indian Constitution Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on his birth anniversary. Centre approves 61 applications under PLI scheme for textile sector with investment of 19,077 crore rupees. Sabka Vikas Mahaquiz, the biggest ever quiz contest launched to build awareness about various government schemes. Mushtaq Ahmad Zargar, released during 1999 Indian Airlines flight hijacking, designated as a terrorist by Home Ministry under UAPA. 4 LET terrorists killed in encounter with security forces in Shopia district of Jammu and Kashmir. Southwest monsoon in the country likely to be normal this year, says IMD. Spring harvest festivals of Baisakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Novaborsho and Puthandu Pirappa being celebrated in different parts of the country. Mahavir Jayanti also being celebrated today. In IPL cricket, match between Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans underway in Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya in New Delhi today. On the occasion, Mr. Modi also purchased the first ticket to Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister said, this museum is a living reflection of the shared heritage of each government.
आज ये संग्रहालय भी प्रत्येक सरकार की साझा विरासत का जीवंत प्रतिबिंब बन गया है। देश के हर प्रधानमंत्री ने अपने समय की अलग अलग चुनौतियों को पार करते हुए देश को आगे ले जाने की कोशिश की। सबके व्यक्तित्व, कृतित्व, नेतृत्व के अलग अलग आयाम रहे। ये सब लोक स्मृति की चीजें हैं।
Mr. Modi said it is a matter of pride that most of the prime ministers of the country came from very humble families.
ये हम भारतवासियों के लिए बहुत गौरव की बात है कि हमारे ज्यादातर प्रधानमंत्री बहुत ही साधारण परिवार से रहे। सुदूर देहात से आकर, एकदम गरीब परिवार से आकर, किसान परिवार से आकर भी प्रधानमंत्री पद पर पहुंचना भारतीय लोकतंत्र की महान परंपराओं के प्रति विश्वास को दृढ़ करता है। ये देश को, युवाओं को भी विश्वास देता है कि भारत की लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था में सामान्य परिवार में जन्म लाने वाला व्यक्ति भी शीर्ष स्तंभ पदों पर पहुंच सकता है।
The Prime Minister said India's democracy inspires the country to accept modernity and new thoughts.
भारत लोकतंत्र की जननी है। भारत के लोकतंत्र की बड़ी विशेषता ये भी है कि समय के साथ इसमें निरंतर बदलाव आता रहा है। हर युग में, हर पीढ़ी में लोकतंत्र को और आधुनिक बनाने और अधिक सशक्त करने का निरंतर प्रयास हुआ है। हमारे यहाँ लोकतंत्र को लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से मजबूत करने की गौरवशाली परंपरा रही। हमारा भी ये दायित्व है कि अपने प्रयासों से हम लोकतंत्र को और ज्यादा मजबूत करते रहें।
Mr. Modi said the museum has come as a grand inspiration at a time when the country is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to mark 75 years of independence. He also paid tributes to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on his birth anniversary today.
आज पूरा देश बाबा साहब भीमराव आम्बेडकर को उनकी जयंती पर आदरपूर्वक, श्रद्धापूर्वक याद कर रहा है। बाबा साहब जिस संविधान के मुख्य शिल्पकार रहे, उस संविधान ने हमें संसदीय प्रणाली का आधार दिया। इस संसदीय प्रणाली का प्रमुख दायित्व देश के प्रधानमंत्री का पद रहा है। ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि आज मुझे प्रधानमंत्री संग्रहालय देश को समर्पित करने का अवसर मिला है। ऐसे समय में जब देश अपनी आजादी के 75 वर्ष का पर्व आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है, तब ये म्यूजियम एक भव्य प्रेरणा बनकर आया है। इन 75 वर्षों में देश ने अनेक गौरवमय पल देखे हैं। इतिहास के झरोखे में इन पलों का जो महत्व है वह अतुलनीय है।
The Prime Minister highlighted the changing world order and India's growing status in that order. He said when a new world order is emerging and the world is looking at India with hope and confidence, then India will also have to increase its efforts to rise to the occasion. The Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya is built at Delhi's Teen Murti estate and covers the lives and contributions of all the 14 former Prime Ministers of the country. The design of the museum building is inspired by the story of rising India, shaped and moulded by the hands of its leaders. The nation remembered the chief architect of the Indian Constitution, Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, on his birth anniversary today. Several functions were held across the country to mark the occasion. Dr. Ambedkar donned many hats, that of a social reformer, economist and politician who dedicated his life to the people. From a humble beginning, he went on to become the first Law and Justice Minister of independent India. He was awarded India's highest civilian honour, Bharat Ratna, posthumously in 1990. President Ramnath Kovind led the nation in paying tributes to Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his birth anniversary. He paid floral tributes at Baba Saheb's statue at Parliament House lawn this morning. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar, and Union Ministers Piyush Goyal, Anurag Thakur and Bhupendra Yadav paid floral tributes to Dr. Ambedkar. Congress Interim President Sonia Gandhi, Leader of Opposition in the Rajya Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge, and several other members of Parliament also paid tributes at Dr. Ambedkar's statue.
The country's biggest ever quiz contest, Sabka Vikas Mahaquiz, was launched today. It aims to build awareness amongst citizens about government's various schemes and good governance. The first quiz is on Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. The scheme is a pro-poor scheme intended to reduce the challenges encountered by the poor because of disruptions due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology said this quiz has been launched on the birth anniversary of Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. The contest will be on till 28th of this month. Maximum of 1,000 top scoring participants will be selected as winners per quiz. The ministry said 2,000 rupees will be given to each of the selected winners. The quiz can be played on www.mygov.in. On the occasion, Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav asked all Indians to participate in this Vikas Parv and strengthen citizen engagement. Union Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar termed Mahaquiz as one of the biggest citizen engagement initiatives of the government. The government has approved 61 applications with an investment of 19,077 crore rupees under the Production-Linked Incentive Scheme for Textile sector. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Textile Secretary UK Singh said a total of 67 proposals were received, out of which 61 have been approved.
Out of 67 applications, we have approved 61 applications. There are 6 applications where there are a few small issues, so we have kept that on hold right now. But 61 applications we have approved, and intimations are being sent to these 61 players whose applications have been approved. As per the projections made by these companies, they would be investing on 19,077 crore. They would be generating a turnover of about 1,85,000 crore.
Mr. Singh said, as per the projection made by these companies, around 2,40,000 jobs would be generated. Last year, the Union Cabinet had approved the Production-Linked Incentive Scheme for Textiles.
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal reviewed the progress made under PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan for holistic and integrated planning for infrastructure. The National Master Plan will help in achieving the objective of an Atmanirbhar Bharat by providing visibility to various stakeholders involved in development of infrastructure. Highlighting the potential of the PM Gati Shakti, Mr. Goyal said improved multimodal connectivity to various economic zones will ensure seamless movement of goods and people. During the meeting, the ministry-wise progress on the targets set under the PM Gati Shakti was discussed. National Agriculture Market, (eNAM), a pan-India electronic trading portal, has completed 6 years today. The flagship program integrates physical wholesale mandis and markets of different states and union territories to facilitate online trading of agricultural commodities. Launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2016, eNAM is completely funded by the central government and is being implemented by the Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium.
The central government today released the 10th and 11th edition of the status paper on the government debt. It provides a detailed analysis of the overall debt position of the government. This paper enhances transparency by providing a detailed account of debt operations during the year 2019-20 and 2020-21 and an assessment of the health of the public debt portfolio based on internationally accepted debt performance indicators. The government has exempted the import of cotton from customs duties from today till the 30th of September this year. The Ministry of Finance has issued a notification in this regard. The exemption will benefit the textile chain yarn, fabric, garments and made-ups and will also provide relief to consumers.
Railway Protection Force has recovered narcotic products valued at more than 3 crore 12 lakh rupees with the arrest of 91 persons during the month of March this year. The Railway Ministry said narcotics worth around 10 crore rupees were recovered so far with the arrest of 245 persons this year. The ministry said 1,420 children were rescued in March this year under Operation Nanhe Parishte. This includes 954 boys and 466 girls. The Railway Ministry has clarified that there is no plan to levy surcharge on trains run on diesel traction. The ministry said some sections of the media are inquiring whether Indian Railways is going to levy a surcharge on trains which are being run on diesel traction. It said the speculation is baseless.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate to the nation K.K. Patel Super Speciality Hospital at Bhuj in Gujarat at 11 a.m. tomorrow through video conferencing. The hospital has been built by Shri Kachhi Lewa Patel Samaj of Bhuj. This is the first charitable super speciality hospital in Kutch. It is a 200-bedded hospital. The hospital makes medical super speciality services easily accessible to the people of the region at an affordable price. In an exclusive interview with the News Services Division of All India Radio, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, Girish Chandra Murmu, said that the institution of the CAG works independently and in a fair manner without any interference by the government.
The CAG's organization is insulated from this kind of pressure. Hardly such pressure come on us. In fact, the government and the ministries and departments, they request us to carry out certain audit for certain subjects or certain topics or the programs they themselves.
This interview can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards.
The BJP has said that the Narendra Modi government is dedicated to the welfare of Dalits and the underprivileged. Briefing media, New Delhi Union Minister and senior BJP leader Dr. Virendra Kumar said the government is moving ahead with the notion of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. He said the government has launched several schemes aiming at upliftment of the underprivileged.
डॉक्टर भीमराव अम्बेडकर जी के निधन के उपरांत तत्कालीन सरकारों ने किसी भी तरह का स्मारक बनाने की कोई पहल नहीं की, लेकिन 2014 में जब आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी देश के प्रधानमंत्री बने, प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद अभी पंचतीर्थों का उल्लेख सारा दुष्यंत गौतम जी ने किया। उन पंचतीर्थों का निर्माण करा के और समयावधि निर्धारित करके देश के जनजीवन में, देश के हमारे जो अनुसूचित जाति समाज है, जनजाति समाज है, हमारे जो ओबीसी के लोग हैं, इन सबके मन में उन पंचतीर्थों के माध्यम से कभी सोचा नहीं था कि दिल्ली में डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर इंटरनेशनल सेंटर इस तरह से भव्य रूप में बनकर आएगा।
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya in New Delhi. Says museum is a living reflection of shared heritage of each government. Nation remembers Chief Architect of Indian Constitution Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on his birth anniversary. Centre approves 61 applications under PLI scheme for textile sector with investment of 19,077 crore rupees. Sabka Vikas Mahaquiz, the biggest ever quiz contest launched to build awareness about various government schemes. Mushtaq Ahmed Zargar, released during 1999 Indian Airlines flight hijacking, designated as a terrorist by Home Ministry under UAPA. 4 LET terrorists killed in encounter with security forces in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir. Southwest monsoon in the country likely to be normal this year, says IMD. Spring harvest festivals of Baisakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Navabarsha and Puttand Pirappu being celebrated in different parts of the country. Mahavir Jayanti also being celebrated today. And in IPL cricket, match between Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans underway in Mumbai. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back to the evening news. The government has designated Chief Commander of Terror Outfit Al-Omar Mujahideen Mushtaq Ahmad Zargar as a terrorist under the stringent Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA. He was one of the terrorists released during the 1999 Indian Airlines flight hijacking crisis in exchange for the hostages of the flight. In its notification, the Union Home Ministry said Zargar has been running an incessant campaign from Pakistan to fuel terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir and is a threat to peace not only in India but across the world with his contacts and proximity to radical terrorist groups. In Jammu and Kashmir, 4 local terrorists of proscribed Lashkar-e-Taiba terror outfit have been gunned down by security forces in an encounter in Shopian district today. The gunfight erupted this afternoon after the joint team of security forces, on receiving information about the presence of terrorists at Badigam village in the Zainapura area of the district, launched a cordon and search operation. During the search operation, the terrorists fired upon them, following which the forces retaliated, leading to an encounter. The identity of the slain terrorists is being ascertained.
India-Nepal relations are on an upswing following the visit of Nepalese Prime Minister to India. During the visit early this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Nepalese counterpart Sher Bahadur Deuba jointly inaugurated cross-border passenger train services, RuPay payment system in Nepal and signed several memorandums of understanding. They also inaugurated Solu Corridor, a 132 kilowatt power transmission line and substation in Nepal built under Government of India's line of credit. The two sides agreed to give a push to the Panchoshwar project. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of Nepal in India, Ram Prasad Subedi outlined the high points of India-Nepal relations.
Both the Prime Minister reviewed whole gamut of Nepal-India relations in a very candid and friendly way. Prime Minister Modi ji interacted with the Indian business community, primarily showcasing the investment potentials between Nepal and India, primarily in the energy sector. Our 2/3 of trade is with India. India is our largest trading partner. This time, both the Prime Minister have agreed and issued a joint statement on energy partnership, power trade. We look forward to sell power to India.
The southwest monsoons over the country are most likely going to be normal. Talking to AIR News, Director General of India Meteorological Department IMD, Dr. Mrityunjay Mohapatra said quantitatively the monsoon seasonal rainfall from June to September is likely to be 99% of the long period average.
आने वाले साउथ वेस्ट मानसून सीजन में जून से सितंबर के अंदर कंट्री एज ए होल के लिए जो रेनफॉल होने वाला है इसका पूर्वानुमान है कि ये रेनफॉल सामान्य रहेगा, यानी नॉर्मल रेनफॉल एक्सपेक्टेड है फॉर द कंट्री एज ए होल। जब हम नॉर्मल बोलते हैं रेनफॉल का आंकड़ा 96% से 104% के अंदर होता है लॉन्ग पीरियड एवरेज की। क्वांटिटेटिवली देखें तो आज जो पूर्वानुमान इशू किया गया इसके हिसाब से ऑल इंडिया मानसून रेनफॉल ड्यूरिंग जून टू सितंबर लगभग लॉन्ग पीरियड एवरेज की 99% विथ मॉडल एरर ऑफ ±5% होने का पूर्वानुमान किया गया है।
The festivals of Baisakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Noboborsho, Vaishakhadi and Puttanda Piruppa are being celebrated in different parts of the country today. These spring harvest festivals are celebrated on Mesh Sankranti, which marks the beginning of the new year in the traditional solar calendar. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted the people on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted everyone, especially Sikhs, on the special occasion of Khalsa Sajna Divas. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said the Khalsa Panth motivates countless people across the world. He said inspired by it, Sikhs have distinguished themselves globally in diverse fields. Mahavir Jayanti, the birth anniversary of the 24th and last Jayanti Thankar Bhagwan Mahavir, is being celebrated across the country today. It is considered to be one of the most auspicious events for the Jain community and holds a lot of importance in their religious life. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted people on the occasion.
And now let us listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
जब तक जनगण मन का मान रहेगा, जब तक ये संविधान रहेगा, अरे हे, जब तक हिंदुस्तान रहेगा, बाबा साहेब नाम रहेगा।
In today's episode, we remember the architect of the Constitution of India, Bharat Ratna Baba Saheb Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, who was born on 14th of April 1891 in Mao, Madhya Pradesh.
Young Ambedkar faced a lot of social discrimination while academically training himself, but he surpassed all of them. He prevailed against all the odds and completed a PhD in economics from Columbia University in New York City.
कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी में सीधे ही जाते हैं, बड़ी सुगमता से ही उसमें दाखिल हो जाते हैं.
He also secured a DSc in economics from the London School of Economics.
Being a victim of caste discrimination, which inspired him to work towards the cause, and with the help of the Maharaja of Kolhapur, he founded a weekly journal, Muk Nayak, which criticized the orthodox beliefs of Hindus. He also founded the Bahishkrit Hitkarini Sabha to provide education and socio-economic improvement to the backward class. Instead of taking the route of violence, he led a satyagraha movement, fighting for the rights of so-called untouchables. Baba Saheb was nominated to Bombay Legislative Council in 1926.
In the Pune Pact in 1934, Baba Saheb reached an understanding with Gandhiji accordingly, where instead of a separate electorate, seats were reserved for depressed class legislative assemblies and the Central Council. In 1935, he was appointed as the principal of the Government Law College, and the following year he founded the Independent Labour Party, which went on to secure 14 seats in the 1937 Bombay elections, when Dr. Ambedkar was also elected to Bombay Legislative Assembly.
In the same year, he published the famous book, The Annihilation of Caste. In 1942, Baba Saheb was nominated to the Governor-General Executive Council. He was the only member in the council to handle 4 portfolios. In 1946, he became a member of the Constituent Assembly.
As the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution of India, he aimed to bring about a social revolution in the country, freeing it from any sort of discrimination.
Our difficulty, as I said, is not about the ultimate future. Our difficulty is how to make the heterogeneous mess that we have today take a decision in common and march in a cooperative way on that road which is bound to lead us to unity. Our difficulty is not with regard to the ultimate. Our difficulty is with regard to the beginning.
The Constitution of India provides the citizens with freedom of religion, advocates rights for women, abolished untouchability, and bridged the gap amongst the classes of the society.
After independence, in 1949, Dr. Ambedkar was appointed as India's first law minister in the interim government of independent India, but resigned in 1951 on the issue of Hindu Code Bill. Dr. Ambedkar also helped establish the Finance Commission of India, and it was through his policies that the nation progressed both economically and socially. He was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1990. We salute the great nationalist social reformer. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
FSSAI has launched Food Safety Connect app for food business operators and consumers. Download this app from Google Play Store and easily apply for FSSAI registration. Consumers can use this app to register food-related complaints. In IPL cricket, Gujarat Titans were 143 for 4 in 16.4 overs against Rajasthan Royals at D.Y. Patil Sports Academy in Navi Mumbai when reports last came in. Earlier, Rajasthan Royals won the toss and opted to field. The winner of the encounter will hold the top position in the points table. India will host the Street Child Cricket World Cup in 2023, organized by Street Child United and Save the Children India. The Street Child Cricket World Cup 2023 will welcome 22 teams from 16 countries to India next year. Taking place in September ahead of the ICC World Cup, the event will see street-connected children and young people take part in a mixed-gender cricket tournament. Details on venues will be notified later. In 2019, this championship was held in London, where 8 teams competed and Team India South emerged victorious after beating hosts England.
Now let us have a look at the weather update for tomorrow. National capital Delhi will have a partly cloudy sky. Minimum temperature will be around 25 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 40 degrees. Mumbai will have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards the afternoon or evening. Chennai is likely to have a partly cloudy sky. Kolkata is likely to have a mainly clear sky. Jammu and Srinagar is expected to have partly cloudy sky, becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Leh and Gilgit are likely to have generally cloudy sky. Muzaffarabad will have mainly clear sky. Visakhapatnam will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Hyderabad is expected to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of thunder and lightning. Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Aizawl, Kohima, Itanagar, Gangtok and Agartala will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya in New Delhi, says the museum is a living reflection of shared heritage of each government. Nation remembers Chief Architect of Indian Constitution Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on his birth anniversary. Centre approves 61 applications under PLI scheme for textile sector with investment of 19,077 crore rupees. Sabka Vikas Maha Quiz, the biggest ever quiz contest, launched to build awareness about various government schemes. Mushtaq Ahmed Zargar, released during 1999 Indian Airlines flight hijacking, designated as a terrorist by Home Ministry under UAPA. 4 LET terrorists killed in encounter with security forces in Shopia district of Jammu and Kashmir. Southwest monsoon in the country likely to be normal this year, says IMD. spring harvest festivals of Vaisakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Navabarsha and Puthanda Pirapa being celebrated in different parts of the country. Mahavir Jayanti also being celebrated today. An IPL cricket match between Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans underway in Mumbai. And with that we end the evening news. Good night.